How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're going to be participating in the Friday Night Magic Singleton Standard event. I call this deck Party Time, and before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Also, feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. And one more thing I'm excited to announce for all of my new followers and subscribers on either my Twitch or YouTube channels. Once you do follow or subscribe, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in an arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. Just make sure to reach out to me, say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed or whatever, and I'll confirm that and I'll respond with the code that you can use. Other than that, thanks for watching. This being Singleton, I decided to try a party mechanic using blue and white. So I'm just going to briefly go over everything that we have here. Under the 1-drops, I have Sea Gate Banneret. He's a warrior, 1/2, and then later on we can activate his ability, and creatures you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. 1 Speaker of Heaven. Also a Cleric 1/1 with Vigilance and Lifelink, and we can tap him and create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. We can only activate this ability if we have 7 life more than our starting life total, and only any time that we could cast a sorcery. On to the 2-drops. 1 Drannith Magistrate. He's a wizard, 1/3. It says your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. Leonin of the Lost Pride, he's a 3/1 warrior, and when he dies, we can exile a card from the opponent's graveyard. Luminarch Aspirant, she's a 1/1 cleric, and her ability says at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. We have 1 copy of Pacifism, Enchantment Aura, enchant creature cannot attack or block. 1 Seasoned Hallowblade. He's also a warrior, 3/1, and he can discard a card and tap Seasoned Hallowblade, and it gains indestructible until the end of turn. Swift Response, that instant speed, destroy target tapped creature. 1 copy of Fae of Wishes. It's a dual adventure card. The adventure side says, granted, at sorcery speed, you may reveal a non-creature card you own from outside the game and put it into your hand. And then her creature side, she's a 1/4 flying, and we can pay 2, discard 2 cards, and return Fae of Wishes to its owner's hand, and she also counts as a wizard. Ghostly Pilferer, he's a rogue, 2/1. Whenever Ghostly Pilferer becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, we draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts a spell from anywhere other than their hand, we draw a card. We can discard a card, and Ghostly Pilferer can't be blocked this turn. 1 Nimble Trap Finder. He's a rogue, 2/1. He can't be blocked if you had another cleric, rogue, warrior, or wizard enter the battlefield under your control this turn. And then at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, creatures you control gain. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card until the end of turn. I have 1 Protean Thaumaturge. He's a 1/1, counts as a wizard. Constellation ability, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Protean Thaumaturge become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. 1 copy of Staggering Insight, enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. 1 Stonework Pack Beast. He's a 2/1. He counts as a cleric, rogue, warrior, and wizard, and we can pay 2 and add 1 mana of any color. Onto the 3-drops, we have 1 copy of Banishing Light. Enchantment, when it enters the battlefield, we exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. 1 Maul of the Skyclaves. Artifact equipment, when it enters the battlefield, we attach it to target creature we control, and that creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and first strike. And then later on we can re-equip it for 4. 1 copy of Bass Riquet. He comes in at 3 loyalty. His +1 ability says put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. His -2 says, whenever one or more non-token creatures attack this turn, create that many 1/1 white soldier creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. And then his ultimate, you get an emblem with at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token, then put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. One copy of Nahiri's Binding, and another enchantment aura. We enchant creature or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent can attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. One Skyclave Apparition. This is a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, exile up to one target non-land, non-token permanent you don't control with converted mana cost 4 or less. And when Skyclave Apparition leaves the battlefield, the exiled card's owner creates an XX blue illusion creature token, where X is the converted mana cost of the exiled card. We have one Rousing Reed, another enchantment aura. When it enters the battlefield, we draw 2 cards and then discard a card. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. We have one Brazen Borrower, another adventure card. The adventure side at instant speed, Petty Theft. Return target non-land permanent opponent controls to its owner's hand. And then the creature side counts as a 3/1 flash flying rogue that can only block creatures with flying. One copy of Linvala, Shield of Sea Gate. She's a 3/3 flyer, and it says at the beginning of combat on your turn, if you have a full party, choose target non-land permanent and opponent controls. Until your next turn, it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. And then we can sacrifice her at any time and choose either hexproof or indestructible, and creatures you control gain that ability until the end of turn. On to the 4-drops. One copy of Emeria Captain. She's a warrior. She has 1/1 flying vigilance, and when she enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each creature in your party. One copy of Faith's Fetters, another enchantment aura. When it enters the battlefield, we gain 4 life. Enchanted permanent can attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. One Felidar Retreat, enchantment with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, we choose one. Either create a 2/2 white cat beast creature token, or put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance until the end of turn. One Mangara, the Diplomat. He's a 2/4 with lifelink, and whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or planeswalkers you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. One copy of Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. She comes in at 5 loyalty. Her -1 ability says up to 2 target creatures you control each get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Her -2 says create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. Her -3 says you gain 5 life, and we can later on bring her back from the graveyard by paying her escape costs and exiling 4 other cards from your graveyard. We have one copy of Luminous Broodmoth. She's a 3/4 with flying, and her ability says whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter. And finally, one Teferi, Master of Time. He comes in at 3 loyalty. His static ability says you may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi, Master of Time on any player's turn, anytime you could cast an instant. His +1 ability says draw a card, then discard a card. His -3 says target creature you don't control phases out, treat it and anything attached to it as though they don't exist until its controller's next turn. And then his ultimate, take 2 extra turns after this one. On to the 5-drops. We have one copy of Journey to Oblivion, another enchantment. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. And when it enters the battlefield, we exile target non-land permanent and opponent controls until Journey to Oblivion leaves the battlefield. I have one copy of Secure the Scene. Sorcery, exile target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. One copy of Angel of Destiny. He's a 2/6 with flying and double strike, and his static ability says whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you and that player each gain that much life. At the beginning of your end step, if you have at least 15 or more life than your starting life total, each player Angel of Destiny attack this turn loses the game. And finally, one copy of Elspeth Conquers Death. This is an enchantment saga. The first chapter says exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. The -2 says, chapter 2 says non-creature spells your opponents cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And then the final chapter says return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. And finally, at the top end, we have one copy of Spoils of Adventure at instant speed, and it says this spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your party. You gain 3 life and draw 3 cards. On to the lands. We have 1 Castle Ardenvale, 8 plains, 1 Castle Vantress, 6 islands, 1 Temple of Enlightenment, 1 Tranquil Cove, 1 Ragarin Triome, 1 Base Camp, 1 Evolving Wild, 1 Fabled Passage, and then the last 4 are dual module lands from the new Zendikar Rising. Gives us a little bit more variety. Since we're playing Singleton, we want as many spells and other things as we possibly can, and it can count as either a land or a spell. So getting into those, we have 1 Kabira Takedown, can come into play tapped, and we can tap it for a white source of mana, or at instant speed it deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. 1 Sajiri Glacier or Sajiri Shelter, once again it can enter the battlefield tapped, and we can tap it for a white source of mana. Or at instant speed, target creature you control gains protection from the color of your choice until the end of turn. We have Glasspool Mimic, can enter as a land or a creature shape-shifting rogue, and when it enters the battlefield, we enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature you control, except for it's a shapeshifter rogue in addition to its other types. And then finally, the Emeria Shattered Skyclave, or Emeria's Call. We can pay 3 life if we absolutely need to have the land come into play untapped, and tap it for 1 white source of mana. Or the Emeria's Call side as a sorcery. And it says create 2 4/4 white angel warrior creature tokens with flying. Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. And also, one last thing, because we have a Fae of Wishes, we do have a sideboard, which is amazing in Singleton. So we'll briefly go over that. We have 1 Tormod's Crypt. Artifact, we could tap, sacrifice it, and exile all cards from target player's graveyard. 1 copy of Shadow Spear. Legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink, and we can pay 1 permanents your opponent's control, lose hexproof and indestructible until the end of turn. And then we can equip it for 2. 1 Maddening Cacophony, sorcery with a kicker. Each opponent mills 8 cards. If the spell was kicked instead, each opponent mills half their library, rounded up. 1 copy of Mazemind Tome, an artifact that we can tap and put a page counter on it, scry 1, or we could pay 2, tap, put a page counter on it, draw a card, and when there are 4 or more page counters on Mazemind Tome, we exile it, and if we do, we gain 4 life. 1 copy of Sorcerer's Spyglass, another artifact. As Sorcerer's Spyglass enters the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand, then choose any card name. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. 1 copy of Glorious Anthem, an enchantment that says creatures you control get +1/+1. 1 copy of 9 Lives, another enchantment that has hexproof, and it says if a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile it, and when 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. 1 copy of Midnight Clock, another artifact that we can tap for 1 blue source of mana, or we could pay 3, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock. At the beginning of your upkeep, put an hour counter on Midnight Clock, and then when the 12th hour counter is put on Midnight Clock, shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards, and then exile Midnight Clock. 1 copy of Commanding Presence, another enchantment order. It says enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has first strike, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. 1 copy of Shatter the Sky. Each player who controls a creature with power 4 or greater draws a card and then destroy all creatures. One copy of Lithoform Engine, legendary artifact. We can pay 2, tap, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Or we can pay 3 and tap, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. And then finally, we could pay 4, tap, copy target permanent spell you control, and that copy becomes a token. One copy of Enthralling Hold, another enchantment aura. It says you can't choose an untapped creature as this spell's target as you cast it, and we control enchanted creature. We have one copy of Kiora, Best the Sea Gods. This is another enchantment saga. The first chapter says create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token with hexproof. The second chapter says tap all non-land permanents target opponent controls. They don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And the final chapter says gain control of target permanent and opponent controls and untap it. One copy of Ugin, the Spirit Dragon, comes in at 7 loyalty. His +2 says Ugin the Spirit Dragon deals 3 damage to any target. His -X, exile each permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's 1 or more colors. And his ultimate, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, and then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. And then finally, one copy of Heliod's Intervention. Instant speed, we choose 1, destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments, and then target player gains twice X life. So back to the deck real quickly. Once again, we just have a lot of cards that synergize with, the whole party mechanic. Linvala being one of them. We can do some really nice tricks with the Protean Thaumaturge because we do have a couple enchantments. We have 9 enchantments in the deck. But you can kind of see I tried to balance it out as best as I possibly could. We have 4 clerics. We have, 4 rogues, 4 warriors, and 4 wizards. And our pack beast counts as everybody in the party. So that's it. We have enchantment removal. We have our Fae of Wishes to activate the sideboard. Let's hop into some games. Let's see how we do. Thanks for watching. Party time. All right. So technically we do have a 3-lander here. I think we will definitely keep this. We'll keep this. I'm going to go ahead and play out the Evolving Wild so we can pull a... Do I do that? We have double white, so let's go ahead and play the Glasspool. Opponent plays a Temple of Mystery. Now, let's go ahead and play out the Ghostly Pilferer. Just go ahead and attack. I think... Do we want to discard a card? I think we do. And while we're at it, we will search up a plains, attack. We will decline for now. Let's get the Bossry out. Don't think we want to discard any more cards, so we will pass the turn. Ugh. Agonizing Remorse. I'm assuming he's going to take the Elspeth. Yeah. What kind of deck is this? I was thinking maybe it's a... Okay. Well, let's see how much removal he has. Let's get out Emeria, and we will plus up. Okay. Out our Fabled Passage, excuse me. We will search up a Plains, of course. Okay, now we can start having some fun. Let's play Luminarch, and let's play Linvala, and let's, what do we want to do here? I think we just want to protect what we have, so I think we will do token here. I'm sorry, token counter. I was gonna say, what do you got for one, buddy? Yep. Yeah, that's fine. He doesn't have reach, right? Okay. So we'll block him because we don't want him to be able to bounce Kogla. Oh, never mind. He can. It's fine. Okay. So let's just take care of him. And I think what we'll do, we'll put a counter here. And we'll put another counter here. Go in for 8 damage. Get wrecked. Rankle. Player. Okay. It's fine. One here. always forgot about that damn card. Who wants to die today? Let's take you out. Okay. Let's see if we can drew some removal. Resolve. You can have him. Nice. Polychronos. Wow. I mean, there's really nothing I can do here, right? Yeah, there's really nothing I could do there. Let's make it think we got something. Well, we had a good start. Oh, Jesus. We had a good start. He only has one life though, so going in for 9. Okay. Cultivate. Very weird. Cool. Can't be lucky. That's alright. Cry every time. Alright. Felt like we kind of got robbed there. Had a pretty good game going, and our opponent just got pretty lucky toward the end. Stumpy Falcon. Alright. Alright. Our boy Ghostly will keep this. Opponent plays out a Fabled Passage. Okay. We'll play out our island. Opponent plays out of plains. Okay, let's play out our plains, play out our Ghostly. Excuse me. Another Revolving Wilds. Okay. Bone Crusher. That's fine. Beautiful. Well, I think we will wait here. It's fine. Winota. What the fuck? Yeah, I think I don't know if we want that to stick around. Nothing? Aww. Alright, now we'll play out our Luminous. We want to save our Angel here so we can win the game. Cool. Okay, what you don't. I think. Yandaro. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do evolving. We will search for an island. Let's get rid of our friend here. Okay. So now he has to worry about our board. Yeah, it's not gonna do much here. Let's do Emeria's just because we can. Yep. Next we'll play our Angel. Yep. Vanishing Light. Okay. It's fine. Hopefully it was worth it. Oof, Ember Cleave. How I don't know, man. I don't know. These fucking people playing a great game and they just get lucky on you. I guess that's just, it is what it is. Well, we are gonna win. We're gonna win a game. Preferably 2. Motherfuckers, man. Can't beat lucky. That's for sure. All right. Third time's a charm. Let's do it. Alright, so we got 2 lander, no white source, no other multiples. We'll mulligan this. This looks slightly better. So we'll keep this. We will drop the Felidar. We'll start off with our Rogren. Roost of Drakes. Kicker. Maybe cast a kick spell created 2/2. Okay, cool. Play out our Rogren. Got one of those too. Roguing it up here. Rabid Bite. It's fine. Let's play out Protean. Okay. Let's play Pack Beast. Just gonna leave up the Brazen Borrower in case he wants to. Okay. So we'll just return that shit to your hand. Nice. Oh, didn't realize that. Guess we haven't become the pouncing shore shark. And we'll hold up the blocks. Okay. Two, 4, 6. Wow. Alright, I'm starting to get frustrated here. Jesus, nobody got time for this. Alright. So we have a 2-lander here. Got a lot of double white. I don't know if we can keep this. Yeah, I think I'd prefer to have a little bit more land. So we'll mulligan this. Seems a little bit better. So we will... I think we will drop... the Faith. So we'll keep this, we'll drop the Faith. And we could do Plains, Rogaran. Mischievous Chimera, flying whenever you cast your first spell during each turn. Let's put the Rogaran down, no attacks. Okay. Tria, so he's Timor. I think we're gonna play the Sea Gate, and then we'll hold up the Brazen. Okay. See how he scries here. It's 2 at the top, and that's not good. Winged Words. Okay. Wow, a lot of scry, a lot of scry. Okay. So let's bounce the Mischievous. Then let's... what's this? Converted mana cost 4 or less. Then let's... get rid of the Storm. And and attack. Okay. One counter, very good. Okay. So let's play this. Take him since he keeps growing. And we'll just go in with you. Oh, he wants to block. Okay, cool. Just need a land. Now we're getting mana screwed here. What's going on today? Sprite Dragon. Jesus. Still exiled. Forgot about that, didn't you? Okay. Give me a land, please. Well, that's a land, but we need an untapped land. Okay. Play out our Seasoned. And we'll hold up. This is ridiculous. So, instant or sorcery. We'll hold up. No attacks. Let's see if he has an instant or sorcery in his hand. Does he? Does he? Of course he does. Unfucking believable. Throne. All right. We'll keep this. Keep. We'll start off with our castle, since we don't have a 1-drop anyways. Ugh. Okay. Hello. Still gonna lead off with the castle. White, black. White, black, white, black. Well, let's play out our Protean Thaumaturge. See if we can get any removal out of his hand. Ooh, Teferi, nice. Okay, we're going to go ahead and play out our Temple. We'll keep the Hallowblade there. We will attack first. We'll play out our Luminarch. Next turn will be a nice Teferi. Indulging Patrician, I should say. Okay. So, what do we do here? So we'll search up. Search the plains. Let's do Rousing Reed. Rousing Reed. Target a creature. Well, let's have it become this. Okay. Discard a card. I think we can discard the land. I think put this here. This here. Okay, we'll go into both here. Just gonna block, yep. Perfect. Now he's running black and white, so he has instant removal, and I'll probably have enchantment removal. What does this do? Gain life for the first time, critical one, right? Okay. So, what's the move here? Let's go ahead and play Luminous. Make him a 3/3, 4. Cool. Alright, we need some enchantment removal. But we do have a Teferi. We could do this. We could do Seasoned Hallowblade. Okay. And we can next. I think we will put counter on you. Counter on you. Okay. And before he blocks, we'll bounce him. Okay. Holy shit, we won one! Celebration. Alright. Just one more. Just one more, and then we can... 40 gems. We will take it. Excellent. Alright. So we've got a nice curve here. Unfortunately, no plane that we can put down, but that's okay. We'll lead off with our temple. Looking for a plains. Don't have a double white source, so I think we will... Do we bottom that? Yeah, we're looking for another plains. Okay. Let's play out the Leonin first. The Null Priest. Okay. I think I'm just going to attack in. Yeah, I didn't think you wanted to block. That's fine. Okay, so he's gaining 2, but we're doing 4. Choose cards to reveal to your opponent. They will choose one of those cards for you to discard. Cards. You and you. Okay. Do I play that, or do I play Nahiri? I'm not sure.
Are you live?
Mm-hmm.
The camera's not on.
Yeah. Do I do this?
Are you gonna be done soon?
Mm-hmm.
So I can check the latest number.
What's gonna do us the best here? Let's take out the Sorcerer's Spyglass so we can take a peek at his hand. Oh yeah, why is my camera off? What's up with that? What the hell? just realized my camera's off. Weird. I think we just go in with him. Or no, we'll save the blocks. Is this off? So weird. Oh yeah, we just block here. The hell? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know what's up with that. So let's do Sorcerer's Spyglass. Activated. We have no activated abilities. So none of these activated. Why did he quit? Alright, well, I'll take it. Excellent. Alright everyone, that's all I've got for you today. I have no earthly idea why my camera's not working, but we'll leave it at that. I just want to say once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget all of my new followers or subscribers on either my YouTube or Twitch channel. Once you do follow or subscribe, just reach out to me in either the chat or the comment. Say something like, hey, I just subscribed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully with my camera working.